What's up, foosball fans? 5 Bar Doom here, your best friend. I just wanted to make a video. I want to do a short video today. I want to do a longer video about this, but I did want to kind of just get a video out there, just kind of get this in your head. And I know a lot of you will probably tune out and don't care about this topic, but for the few of you that do care or are open to it, please listen to me because I think it's really important. Not just to foosball, but to your entire life. Fitness and specifically how is it gonna help your foosball game, but definitely fitness in general. So I've been going to CrossFit for 3 years now, 3 years solid. Over the last, first year I was going like 5 days a week. Now I'm going like 6 or sometimes more than that a week. And it's completely changed everything in my life. But with foosball specifically, I think the things that are important to think about how fitness can specifically improve your foosball game. A lot of these older, a lot of you guys are older. You know what I mean? And even some of the younger guys, like I know you're having like some issues, like, oh, my back hurts, all this shit, right? And I think like, if you do have issues like where your back hurts or this or that, it pushes you even farther away from thinking about getting more into fitness. But really, if you can start working out, if you can get more into it, it's good. All those problems will eventually go away. You know what I mean? And with foosball, the thing is, like, you get to the bar, you start firing up your foosball game, feeling pretty good. You know what I mean? Then it's like, kind of gets on. I mean, when are the important matches in your foosball tournament? Late night, you know what I mean? That's just the way foosball, or early morning after a very late night the night before. You know what I mean? So, you get up to the bar, it's like 8 p.m., you start playing, feeling pretty good, not bad. You're on your feet for the next 4 or 5 hours. If you're still in the tournament, when are the very most important matches? Midnight, 1 a.m., that type of thing. And I know some of you guys mentally check out because you're physically not fit enough to deal with a full night of foosball on your feet. Even just being in the bar on your feet the entire night can be really difficult for some of you guys. And I'm not trying to give you any shit for it. It's fine. You know what I mean? Like, everybody is at whatever level they're at fitness-wise in life. But I know, like, if you do have some of these issues, I think you can relate to, like, it's the end of the night. You're just feeling so tired. Maybe your back hurts. Maybe your arm hurts. This type of thing. And the way to fix that is, unfortunately, to start grinding it out in the gym, or you don't have to necessarily go to a gym, but is working out and just getting your level of fitness up. And the reason I want to bring this up to you and have you start thinking about it now, one of the reasons is, it takes an extremely long time to improve your fitness. You know what I mean? Like, you can start working out a little bit, and like, if you haven't been working out at all, after a couple weeks of it, you're gonna feel good. You're gonna feel like you're really making some progress. But a lot of that progress is just like, if you go from nothing to something, that's like a huge difference. You know what I mean? So at first you will kind of feel better, but as far as like gaining muscle specifically, like, it just takes a really, really long time, man. Like, you should, like, so, I'm going to this CrossFit gym. You'll have guys in there that have been there just years and years and years, lot longer than me, and they're not looking like huge. You know what I mean? They just look like they're thin, and that's kind of it. Like, if you would see them on the street, they would just look like a normal person, I think, there's a lot of videos online like, oh, get a 6-pack in fucking 6 weeks, this is how, you use this exercise, that'll do it. It's all bullshit, dude. And like, they're all on fucking steroids, man. It is what it is. You see a guy that's super jacked, 99% of the time, they're on steroids. Like, you go into these CrossFit gyms, you have these guys killing it 5-6 days a week, eating right, doing everything they can do, and they just look like a thin person. Like, if you saw them on the street, you'd think like, oh, they're not fat. Like, I guess they're in relatively good shape, but you really just wouldn't even think about it because they just look like a thin person. Like, that's sort of like where you end up, unfortunately, in fitness. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people think like, oh, I have a wedding coming up, in 3 months, 6 months. I'm gonna really work out and get in the best shape of my life. Like, you'll definitely get in better shape for sure. But that amount of time, like, it just won't cut it, man. Like, I've been working out really, really hard for 3 years. I'm in much better shape than I was in before, but still, like, not there, man. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not good enough. I know I need to put in, like, even more work, more cardio, more lifting, all that stuff. And ultimately, I'm never going to get to, like, where I would love to be, to where you're just, like, you look super jacked. It just isn't, it just won't happen unless you're doing all this and taking steroids. And I'm not saying take steroids, don't do it, because it'll probably fuck you up. Well, it might not fuck you up, which would be great, but it's just rolling the dice. You know what I mean? Like, some people take steroids, they're fine. Other people take steroids, it completely ruins their entire life. So I don't think it's worth it personally. And believe me, I have thought about it so much. You know what I mean? I even was like talking to somebody on Facebook. He sent me a price list. Here's all these steroids. Ultimately, I've decided it's just not a good plan, and I'll just be like a thin person in relatively good shape. But like, so if you're at the bar on a Friday night, Saturday night, at the end of the night, if you're hurting, if your back hurts, if your feet hurt, and you just can't kind of give up, you know what I mean? A lot of these people just cannot take it. This video is for you, Another thing too is like, to amplify that, if you go to a big tournament, I know you've felt this. If you're 90+% of the people playing tournament foosball, these tournament weekends are grueling, man. And by weekend, it could be like 4 or 5 days, depending on the tournament, And like, you go to bed, you're just dead exhausted. You wake up, everything's sore. Everything's sore. You try to execute your shot. You just, you're a whole different person. Day 2, especially like day 3, day 4 of these tournaments, you're just over it, man. And I know a lot of you older guys, you're just going to mentally kind of give up. You know what I mean? Like, you're obviously, you're out there doing your best, but your best is not your best anymore because you're out of shape, you're feeling it. And I think, and there's definitely this mentality too, like, once you get to a certain age, like, well, I'm this age, that's how it is, dude. My back is just going to hurt. I'm just going to, whatever shape I'm in, that's it, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Oh, the younger kids are doing it. I can't do it. That's bullshit, man. Get that out of your head right now. And like for me, like when I used to play, even recently, like I had some good runs in like Colorado State. Like I won like expert singles. I got to the finals of pro singles, like, history lesson. This is like forever ago. Like 2017, 2018. And like in those, back in the day in those tournaments, like I would be hurting, dude. And I would have my tricks I would go to. Like I started getting into having Tiger Balm. You got the little thing of Tiger Balm, and you just wake up like right here, like my chest, like just shoulder would just be so sore, dude. Like just from shooting rollers. And I would wake up and I would just slather that shit on Tiger Balm, put a sweatshirt over the top. Oh, it felt so good, man. Feel that like just deep heat and deep burn of that like Tiger Balm. It does feel good. I recommend it if you are having these things and you do want a short-term fix. Definitely check out like Icy Hot or Tiger Balm and all that. It does work. But that's a crutch, you know what I mean? And it works in the sense of you'll feel slightly better, but like it's not solving the problem. You know what I mean? The problem is you're not in good enough shape, and the solution is just grinding forever in the gym. It is what it is, man. I wish I could tell you that you could just get in the gym, be in there for a month, 2 months, and then you've kind of solved the problem. But it's not the case, man, because especially as, for anybody, but especially once you reach a certain age that isn't that old, your fitness is just going to sort of decline. Like there's always a drag downward on your fitness. And if you're not working out, if you're not eating healthy, your fitness will just continue to drop, you know? And because of that continuing drop, like even if when you're working out, when you're eating healthy, you're kind of pushing it up, you know, pushing your fitness level up. But since it is always getting pulled down, you can still you'll kind of reach this equilibrium where it's like you're not really getting any better, you know what I mean? And that's at least good. I mean, at least if you're doing something to where you're not getting dragged down as much, that's okay. But ultimately, you do have to put a lot of work in at the gym to improve your fitness. And then, you know, the higher fitness level you get, that drag down effect is even worse. You know what I mean? Like for me to get in better shape, it's hard, man. I'm already in the gym 6 days a week. It's really hard for me to like improve that shape, you know, and like hit bigger max lifts. You know what I mean? Like I deadlifted 405 like once. Can I do it again today? I don't think so, man. Like I don't know that I have it in me. And you know, I just have kind of reached the realization like I'm not just going to be able to keep benching more, squatting more, lifting more at a certain point. Like I do have more in the tank. I'll be able to do a little bit more here and there. But ultimately, like you kind of just got to do what you can do and get to the best level of fitness that you're at. So for this long tournament, and so like I said, you know, Colorado State 2017, 2018, whatever it was, you know, I had a pretty good weekend. But I was dying, dude. Like my arm is killing me. My back is hurting. You know, I'm just exhausted. You're just physically exhausted. It's like you might not necessarily have like pain necessarily, but even if you don't have pain, I think you know what I'm talking about. Where at the end of the night you are just drained, completely drained out. You know what I'm saying? Now contrast that to Texas State a few years ago. I had the very best run of my life in singles in Texas State. I'm whatever, dude. I know I probably talked about this before. I'm not trying to be a douche about it, but it was a good tournament for me. Like I beat Brandon Moreland in the Winners Open singles. I beat Brandon Munoz in the losers. That's like my picture on Facebook where he's like, fuck you. Pretty great. I got a picture after the match and he was such a sweetheart to take a picture with me. But, you know, and I beat some other like pros and stuff in that bracket, and it was an amazing tournament for me. But tournament, right? Saturday morning, I still got up, went to CrossFit, and did like Murph. It's like the hardest, or was it Monday? It's like the hardest workout of the year, or one of them, where you do 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 air squats, another 1 mile run. I went to bed at like 2 a.m. I still got up, went to the gym, did that super hard workout, you know, played the whole day. I mean, I didn't miss my CrossFit. I still played every day. And that pain I experienced like 3-4 years earlier, it was not there. You know what I mean? Like I didn't need to put Tiger Balm on my arm. At the end of the night, I didn't feel exhausted. You know what I mean? Like it's a whole different situation if you can just get yourself into better shape. Now, you know, you might be thinking like, well, I mean, that's insane, dude. Like I'm not going to be able to do that. That's fine. What I'm asking you to do is to please consider just trying to start getting in a little bit better shape. You know what I mean? Like to me, the very best thing that you could do for yourself, and you know, I am a big CrossFit fan. I got my CrossFit. This is my gym I go to. This St. Clair Shores. You know, I think the very best thing you could do if you're just like, I agree with you 100%. What should I do? Here's what you should do. Look up the nearest CrossFit affiliate near you. Go in there. Be like, I've never done this before. I'm out of shape. I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm worried about getting hurt. And I don't know if I can do it. But I want to try to do it. And you just go and do what they tell you to do. And you do it 3 days a week. And then you try to do it 4 days a week. And then maybe you try to do it 5 days a week. You kind of wind up somewhere in there. you're on the path to success. That's the very easiest thing you can do. Now, CrossFit gyms, yeah, they are expensive, all that stuff, dude. But to me, it's like the best money you can possibly spend is to turn your life around, getting in shape. Now, okay, maybe CrossFit and throwing around barbells and stuff sounds a little intimidating to you. That's fine. You can go to like Orange Theory. You can go to any of these gyms. Personally, I like taking a class because it's going to push you harder than like if you're a person who's not working out right now and then you want to get into working out, it's pretty hard, man. It's kind of easier in a class setting where you go there, somebody tells you something to do, you don't want to do it, and then you try to do it. And maybe you kind of half-ass it, like, you're doing your best, but like it's really hard. And then you get out of there and you're like, I had a really good workout, dude. I actually feel pretty good. So that's my number one recommendation is like go somewhere, take some kind of a class. CrossFit is your number one best bet for sure. But also like Orange Theory or, there's like boot camp type things or whatever it might be, get in there and do some kind of workout. If you don't want to do that, yeah, you can go to like 24-hour fitness or Planet Fitness or whatever, look up some workout online and try to follow it. That's also fine. I think anything's good. But ultimately, like for foosball, it's really going to help you, man. Like it's going to help you more than you think because it just makes it easier to focus. If you don't have in the back of your mind, oh, my back hurts. Oh God, I'm so tired, dude. I want to go home. Have you ever been in this situation? It's like the end of the night. You don't even care if you win or lose. You know what I mean? You don't care. In fact, like you're probably, you're not telling your partner this, but you probably don't even care if you win. In fact, you might be happier if you lose. You lose, you say, oh man, good plan. Sorry, buddy. I didn't, I sucked. We'll get him next time. But you get in your car and you start driving home. You're happy. You're happy you lost because you couldn't deal with it. Because you're tired, because your back hurts, because your shoulder hurts, all this stuff, man. And I'm just telling you, dude, the way to overcome, that's not innate in you. That's not you. That's you because your fitness level is not at the level it needs to be, man. You know what I mean? So, I hope somebody's out there still listening. If there's anybody still watching this video and seriously listening, I'm so happy, dude, because CrossFit has completely changed my life. And like I said, it doesn't have to be CrossFit, but just like fitness in general has completely changed my life, dude. Like mentally, just like being depressed, stuff like that. Like I'm still depressed all the fucking time, man. But I'll tell you what, it's 1,000 times better than it was before. 1,000 times better. You know what I mean? And it still could be much better, but it's so much better than it was before, all because of fitness. You know what I mean? And just like, you get, if you get into better shape, you get a lot of like little self-confidence boosts throughout the day. Like just being able to like do stuff around the house and not feel like so tired, end of the day, you don't feel so damn tired. You know what I mean? Like you might not think that's fitness. You might just think, I'm getting older, man. I'm just tired. That's not true, dude. It's not true. And like, I don't care how old you are, dude. You're 50, you're 60, you're 70. I've been in these CrossFit gyms with people that are 70 plus, literally. And they're in there just as often as I am, just absolutely crushing it. Like, are they doing lower weight? Yeah, they're doing lower weight, man. Like, are they doing easier versions of the exercises? Yeah, they are. I'm not saying like you're a 70-year-old person, you're going to be in there crushing it like a 25-year-old in there. That's not the way it works. However, you're a 70-year-old person, you're completely out of shape right now. You're one slip away from breaking a hip. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't have the muscle, if you don't have the strength around your joints, in your back, all that stuff, what happens and why like you get injured when you're old is like you have this very weak frame. You don't have a lot of muscles supporting your bones and your joints and shit. And then what happens? You like slip a little bit, and then your body will like the muscles in your body will try to reposition you to like balance out that slip, but you don't have enough muscles. So then like a lot of the strain in your bones and in your joints, just like you don't have the muscles to like hold it all together. You know what I mean? And that's when like you won't be able to keep standing up. You'll fall, you'll break something, or just like you just kind of rip like a tendon or something. It's all because you don't have enough muscle to kind of hold it together. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, I'm not saying you have to get huge. I'm not saying you have to work out 7 days a week. I'm not saying you have to do CrossFit, although I am saying that is 100% the easiest and best solution for you is to just go check out a CrossFit gym and just get in there, man. I mean, I cannot tell you how much it's changed my life for the better. But it basically, if you're not working out, I just really think you should consider starting the workout. You know what I mean? And that's like working out with weights. They don't have to be heavy weights. You know what I mean? Especially if you haven't been working out, you're not going to be able to do heavy weights. That's fine. That's good. I mean, one of the reasons why I think it's cool to get into like a CrossFit gym specifically is they can teach you the correct movement standards to where you're not hurting yourself. You'll start out light, but you'll learn the proper ways to do these lifts to where you won't hurt yourself. Whereas like if you just go into 24-hour fitness and just start picking up dumbbells and picking up weights and doing this or that, if you don't know like the right way to do stuff, you kind of won't know that you're doing stuff in a dangerous way. And then there's always like, how do you feel progress in the gym? You see the numbers go up, you see the weights go up. So like you get in there, you start doing a little bit of stuff, you're like, oh, I feel pretty good, but you're not doing perfect form because you don't start increasing the weight. If you're not doing things correctly, at some point if you're not doing things properly, you will hurt yourself, So that's why I really recommend going to a gym where you have coaches that are kind of looking at your form, telling you, what to do and helping you fix those issues. So you're working out safely with weights, But yeah, man. I mean, I guess that'll be about it for this video. If you have any questions, let me know. If you if you want to talk to me about like the fitness stuff or CrossFit or whatever, I mean, I can't shut up about it. So I'd love to talk to you about it. But if you take anything away from this video, please just like, if you're a person that's like not working out, not like in shape right now, that's not because like you're not that person. It's just because you're not doing it right now. You know what I mean? And there's no age where you can't start doing it. You can start doing it. Yeah, you're not going to be working out like you were when you were 20 or, when you were in school and like sports or whatever. Yeah, it's not going to be the same. It's going to be different, dude. But if you start doing this, you're going to get less fatigue. Throughout the day, you'll just feel better. Like I feel more awake. I feel more alert. I'm able to like stay up later and just feel good. So like you're going to be able to do that. You're going to have less like back pain, just whatever kind of pains you have. If your body just starts getting stronger and stronger and you start building up a little bit of muscle, and that muscle is hard to come by. It's not easy to gain muscle. But you will gain some muscle working out. If you can do that, you're just going to feel so much better, dude. You're going to feel more capable of doing stuff around the house. You're going to feel just happier throughout the day. You get that like endorphin rush boost of like working out. You just, you come out of a workout, you feel good. You know what I mean? Yeah, during the workout, do you feel good? No, you're like, this sucks ass. You know what I mean? But afterwards, you do feel good. And then again, on the foosball table, that's where you're going to see some improvements that you didn't expect that you were able to see, where at the end of the night, you feel better. You're able to play with more intensity. You don't have those pains in your lower back from like standing up and hunching over the foosball table. Your arm isn't too sore to rip that long pole for the 100th time in the night. And, I care about you, dude. I working out has been like a huge thing for me. It's a really big thing in my life right now, and I never would have gotten here if I didn't just go into that gym the first time and start getting into it, man. So I just can't stress enough how important it is, how much I want you to do that. And anyway, if you have any questions, leave them in a comment. I hope this message gets through to somebody, and it helps you get in the gym. And if it does, you're just gonna have better foosball results, right? Like that's what this whole video comes back to. You're gonna have all these other positive results in life too, which is fantastic. But this is a foosball channel, and you will see improvements in your foosball game simply from getting in better shape. So that's it for this video. If anybody watches this, if it does, let me know. And, thanks a lot. Thanks for watching my channel. I appreciate you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. I'm on Facebook, YouTube. YouTube's kind of the big one where I'm trying to get people to watch because I can like monetize the channel after some period of time. Maybe like in the next year I'll be able to do it if things go well. So if you could subscribe to those two places, that'd be great. I'm also going to stream on Twitch when I'm streaming, but I'll be streaming on Facebook and YouTube as well when those streams happen. So wherever you like to watch the stuff out of those three, that's where it's going to be. And thanks a lot. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.